It was a cold October evening when Emily Parker, a young journalist from Chicago, received an unexpected letter. The envelope was worn, the ink faded, yet the handwriting was eerily familiar, almost like her own. The letter simply read, "If you wish to uncover the truth, come to Elmwood House. Midnight. Alone." Emily had heard whispers of Elmwood House, a mansion abandoned for decades on the outskirts of a small town in Illinois. Locals said it was cursed, haunted by the spirits of its last residents who vanished without a trace. But Emily, being skeptical and curious, couldn't resist. She had covered countless ghost stories for her column, but something about this invitation felt different. Arriving at Elmwood House, the air was thick with fog. The mansion loomed over her, its once grand facade now cracked and crumbling. Windows were shattered, shutters hung askew, and the heavy iron gate creaked under the autumn wind. Emily pushed it open, stepping onto the overgrown path, her flashlight cutting through the darkness. Every step echoed, as if the house itself was watching. The front door was unlocked, swinging slightly as though inviting her inside. She hesitated, her instincts screaming, but the thrill of a story outweighed fear. Inside, the house smelled of decay and old wood. Dust floated in beams of moonlight that managed to seep through broken windows. Portraits of stern-faced ancestors lined the hallway, their eyes seeming to follow her every move. Emily explored cautiously. The creaks of the floorboards grew louder, and shadows seemed to shift unnaturally. She reached a grand staircase, its banister covered in cobwebs. Every step she took seemed to echo in the empty house, like a warning. At the top, she noticed a door slightly ajar, with a dim light flickering from within. Inside, a study untouched by time awaited her. Papers were scattered across the desk, and a single candle burned with a blue flame, an unnatural hue. On the desk lay a diary, bound in cracked leather. Emily's hands trembled as she opened it, reading the first words. "If you are reading this, it is already too late. Elmwood House does not forgive curiosity. We tried to escape, but the house watches, and remembers." Suddenly, a cold breeze blew through the room. The candle flickered violently, and Emily felt a presence. She turned sharply, but no one was there. A whisper, almost inaudible, drifted through the room. "Do you see us?" Her heart pounded. She realized the portrait's eyes weren't following her, they were moving. One by one, the ancestors' faces twisted into expressions of anguish, silently screaming. Emily dropped the diary in shock, and the candle went out, plunging the room into darkness. Panic set in. She ran toward the hallway, but the walls seemed to stretch, the layout of the house changing as if alive. Doors led to corridors that weren't there moments ago, and the whispers grew louder, echoing around her. "You shouldn't be here, you belong to Elmwood now." Emily tried to calm herself, focusing on finding an exit. She stumbled into the library, shelves towering over her. Books flew off the shelves as if invisible hands were angry at her intrusion. One book hit her shoulder, and she fell to the floor. In the chaos, a shadowy figure appeared, a woman in a tattered dress, her face obscured, reaching toward Emily with a skeletal hand. Emily screamed, bolting toward a door that hadn't been there before. She ran down the stairs, her flashlight flickering, showing glimpses of other figures, some human, some twisted and inhuman, emerging from the darkness. Finally, she burst through a door into the backyard, gasping for air. The fog was thicker than before, and strange symbols were etched into the soil, glowing faintly. She looked back, the house seemed alive, the windows pulsing like eyes, the walls breathing. A single whisper followed her. "You can never leave." Emily ran to her car, but it wouldn't start. The keys had vanished. Behind her, the mansion shifted, its roof stretching impossibly high, towers forming where none existed before. The last thing she saw before darkness swallowed her was the shadowy woman staring from a window, smiling. Emily woke up lying on the cold ground, the fog still thick around her. Her heart raced. She looked around. Elmwood House was gone. Or was it? The town ahead seemed normal, the streetlights flickering in familiar patterns. But something was off. She felt watched. She returned to Chicago, hoping to leave Elmwood behind, but strange occurrences followed her. Shadows appeared in mirrors, whispers echoed at night, and objects moved inexplicably. Her apartment became a cage, a reflection of the house, trapping her in an ever-tightening spiral of fear. Emily sought help from paranormal experts, psychics, and historians, but everyone she consulted had the same reaction: horror. They warned her that Elmwood House was not a building, it was a sentient entity, feeding on curiosity, storing the souls of the inquisitive, and reshaping reality. Late one night, her computer screen flickered, displaying a new email. The sender was anonymous. "We see you. The house remembers. Return, or it comes to you." Her blood ran cold. Emily knew she had no choice. She prepared, taking a journal, flashlight, and protective charms suggested by the psychic. The next train to Elmwood departed at midnight. Arriving at the outskirts, the familiar fog rolled in. Elmwood House reappeared, larger and more grotesque than before, almost alive. The iron gates opened on their own. Emily's legs shook, but she stepped inside, determined to uncover the truth, or die trying. Inside, the air was heavier. The portraits were now alive, moving, whispering names. Emily could hear faint cries, as if trapped souls were calling for release. She followed a hallway that led to a massive hall, with a chandelier swinging violently without reason. At the center, a circle of symbols glowed, pulsating with malevolent energy. Emily approached cautiously. A voice boomed. "Curiosity is punishment. Curiosity is eternal." The walls began to close in. Shadows lunged at her from all sides, but she pressed on, reaching the center of the circle. A book lay there, black as night. As she opened it, the air turned frigid, and the whispers became screams. The pages revealed names, dates, and fates, souls consumed by Elmwood, all recorded in meticulous detail. Emily realized with horror, her own name was written, along with today's date. The house was counting down. Emily screamed, slamming the book shut. The shadows recoiled for a moment, giving her a chance to escape. She grabbed the book and ran up the stairs, the house shifting violently around her. Every door led to new rooms, some filled with memories of the previous victims. She saw reflections of herself, twisted, screaming silently. Desperation overtook fear. She ran to the attic, where a single window overlooked the foggy backyard. The only way out seemed to be jumping. She clutched the book, whispered a prayer, and leapt. Time slowed. She hit the ground with a thud. The fog enveloped her, then receded. When she looked up, Elmwood House was gone. The symbols, the shadows, the whispers, they had vanished. The book was still in her hands, its pages blank. Emily returned to Chicago, forever changed. Elmwood House may have released her, but it had left its mark. A lingering sense of being watched, whispers at the edge of hearing, and a story she would tell for the rest of her life. Somewhere, deep in the Illinois fog, Elmwood waits, for the next curious soul.